What's up, YouTube? Dynamic Stone here. It has been a long time since I have managed to start my stopwatch that I've made a video. A couple years, I think, actually. But life's been crazy. I'll talk about it at the end of the video. Stick around if you care, if you want to hear about it. But let's jump in. Thought I would record some Warhammer 40k Inquisitor, Warhammer being one of my all-time favorite universes, I guess. We're here on the character creation screen. We got Psyker, Crusader, and Assassin. Personally, I like Crusader, so we're going to go with him. And then, if it loads, there we go. We've got Tactical, Assault, and Heavy Gunner. So I think I'm going to go with maybe Heavy Gunner. You start with a shotgun and a las gun and demo armor. Actually, let's do Assault. I don't generally do Assault the times that I've played. We'll go with Story Mode just because it's fun. And we'll name him Zal. Good play. Alright. I'll just let this play. I won't really talk.
Inquisitor's Law. Classified report. Scheduled for later transmission. I am closing on the source of the inquisitorial distress signal I was assigned to investigate. The coordinates I received from the Caligari Conclave led me to a desolate system. There were many delays during the journey. The intensity of the Caligari warp surges is beyond anything I've experienced. These anomalies are spreading through the subsector like a tidal wave. The distress signal has an ancient encryption used by the Holy Orders. It is authentic, but extremely old. The signal is coming from a battered fortress monastery that was likely spat from the warp when the tide of the surges swept through the sector. There is no response to our hailing signals.
Inquisitor, this is your captain speaking. I'm still trying to hail the monastery, but I get no response.
The hull looks intact, though. I think it was simply abandoned a very long time ago.
Then what do you expect to find over there?
Something that once belonged to the Inquisition. And lots of empty holes.
Sounds exciting. I've instructed your pilots to land on the hangar deck.
Stand by and wait for my signal.
Inquisitor, the automatic defense system has been activated. The turrets are attacking you. Do you...
Okay, so that's the opening cutscene. It's the Survivor. I remember the deafening roar of the turrets. My Imperial carrier was trailing a blaze of fire and smoke as it smashed into the hangar deck. I heard the screech of shredding metal, but the vast emptiness of the colossal hall swallowed the noise. Somehow, slowly, painfully, I crawled out of the smoldering wreckage. The air was stale, and the mysterious fortress monastery loomed dark and empty. So this is a top-down kind of game, similar to like Diablo, if you've never seen this game. Except, oh yeah, some good physics there with the cloak. Awesome.
Captain, do you copy? Captain Van Winter, can you hear me?
I don't like talking over them.
Vox communication is jammed and I can't use my teleporter device. Something must be disturbing my signal.
But what?
I will record everything in my audio log, in case I don't return.
So this is a top-down game, as you can see.
Inquisitorial log, new entry. While attempting to dock in the hangar of an unknown fortress monastery, my transport took heavy fire. I suspect the automatic weapon systems were activated, but I don't yet know why. The transport has been destroyed, along with my equipment. My pilot is dead. I will pray for him later.
As I was saying, this is top-down. You can click to move, and you can also use WASD keys to move. Your camera rotates like that. And then it should be...
Interesting. Mindless servitors were created for menial tasks, but having a flesh drone just for operating the door seems excessive. Open the door!
So there's a lot of Warhammer 40k lore involved in this game. I'm playing as an Inquisitor, servitors, all this kind of stuff. I'll probably do some lore videos, maybe, if there's an interest for it. But it kind of explains things as it goes, a little bit.
Let's see if the tech prayers still hold. It might have information about this place.
It says diagnostic log. Last maintenance logged 8.134.967.M36. Gellerfield compromised, corrupted data. Nothing really important.
Just as I suspected. It's a pile of rust. At least I found some interesting diagnostics. I should check all the cogitators on the ship for other details. New log entry.
Right.
I found some human remains. The time of death seems recent.
Bodies on the
I
floor.
don't like the look of the marks on the bodies. Oh, yes. The perfect weapon to deliver the Emperor's justice.
Got myself a power sword. An ogre.
Chaos. Can you withstand my faith?
Foul creature.
Die, heretic! Ancient
Scum of chaos.
So be it.
I just
Let's
picked up
cleanse the
a
tape
great sword. I prefer the power sword and shield.
New log entry. I have found a room tainted by the filth of chaos. There is also a tech priest maintenance shrine with a functioning cogitator. It could contain information on how I could turn off the Vox jammer.
It certainly could. Incident log. The Martyr opened fire on an approaching rogue trader vessel, causing considerable damage and loss of life on the targeted ship. Teleportarium signals are regularly jammed, blocking entry and exit to and from monastery. Conclusion. After a thorough investigation and questioning, I can safely claim that no personnel were involved in the incident. The defense turrets opened fire without any human involvement, and the signal blocking any teleportation attempts is generated automatically. Probable cause, system malfunction.
I found new information. There is an emergency cogitator nearby where I could turn off the jamming signals.
Alright, let's talk to head on the wall
Open
here.
the door!
It is in the walls now. Everywhere. Taint. In the machines.
By the Emperor! What foul abomination is this?
So servitors are not supposed to talk. They are supposed to just be... See?
It might be mind-locked. This is still unusual.
They're supposed to just be like mindless flesh bags, basically. Like just... It's like Warhammer 40k's version of like a cyborg, I guess.
Well met, heretics. It is time for you to die.
Scum.
Off with the head. Burn!
Death. Yes, yes. Nice. So the power sword is really cool. Is every 5th hit is a critical.
Finally. That's
And then the shield can obviously block damage, as well as doing the shield slam ability and killing everything around me, pretty much.
I couldn't turn off the teleportation jammer, but the Vox should be fine now. Captain Van Winter, can you hear me?
Inquisitor, finally. I thought we'd lost you.
It would have been quite convenient for you, I suppose.
Trust me, I'm on your side.
Lots of
I'm not saying I
talking.
don't want my ship back, but who would clear my name if you died in battle?
Your loyalty is quite admirable, Captain.
So she's a rogue trader, which is basically, in the Warhammer 40k universe, they're kind of independent, not controlled by the Imperium traders. They have ancient contracts with the Imperium that allow them to do what they do. Patent cherub. You've received a patent cherub. This pet was awarded to you for logging in during the Skulls for the Skull Throne 3 event, organized by Games Workshop. Oh, that's cool. So this is where you select missions. Here you have the current ship that I'm on, the Martyr. We got our character sheet, so we can see ourselves, and these are all of our perks. Burnished weaponry, actually. Pretty good. The deflect bonus is pretty nice. I've got 7 attribute points I can spend on warfare, toughness, and virtue. Go ahead and spin those. To get my deflect bonus. And then some HP. Then you have your inventory, your skills that you unlock, heroic deeds, and then your progression. This screen will show you at each level what you unlock, basically. So we'll go ahead and do the second mission real quick. I've made it out of the hangar where I found evidence of serious chaos infestation. I need to investigate this further. Foul lords of chaos. Minions of darkness.
Our augurs have picked up a Vox signal not far from your location. It is transmitting on an Imperial channel. It could be important.
I'm on my way there.
Yes. Slaughter the Xenos chaos filth. Nurglites. Scum of the earth.
For the Emperor!
That's not where I wanted to land. Die. It's a very visceral sound when you kill
By
them.
the Emperor.
What have you found down there, Inquisitor?
Your mother.
Some unlucky members of an Imperial retinue. This is a shrine dedicated to the ruinous powers.
The ruinous palace.
Somebody really wants his dark wishes to be fulfilled.
In other words, there's something on that ship that requires human sacrifice. Wonderful.
Human sacrifice. Die, die, die! Scum. It's just foul. It's just gross. The Chaos god that has kind of taken over this ship, it's his minions, is Nurgle, the Chaos god of nastiness, basically. He is the Chaos god of immortality, rot, disease, all around grossness, basically. This game is actually pretty cool for a top-down. It has a cover system. If you press space, you go into cover, and then it shows you your cover's life bar. I'm using melee weapons, so cover's not necessarily a big thing for me. Lingua Technis Transcript. Personal note, the machine spirit is slowly becoming insane, and it started to override the defense systems, destroying some possibly harmless void craft trying to land on the deck. We must act before it sheds more blood. I don't need to remind you the fateful consequences if such information becomes open knowledge. It all must remain confidential. I submit this invocation in the name of the Omnissiah to the wisdom of my trusted Hierophant. Some tech priest mumbo jumbo. The Omnissiah
Yes, a grenade.
is the Emperor.
Enemies of the Emperor, I'll blast you to smithereens.
Grenades are super useful.
A proper
As you
welcome
see,
committee at last.
there's a
That
big
grenade
turret
could
right
be
there.
useful now.
And that grenade will be useful because that turret will turn us into paste real quick, but now it won't. So you'll see here the sweet damage of the fifth hit. You see that? It's super nice because those dudes, because those dudes can summon turrets and other horrendous things. Well, really, those specific dudes just summon turrets, and they will rip you apart. I don't need these to be showing. Go away. Go away. Thank you. You can also rotate the camera with Q and E, which is super helpful so you're not like accidentally like zooming in and out with the mouse wheel. Maintenance log. Note A. I hope you are reading this. That's the safest way for us to communicate. If they find out what we are planning, they'll execute us. Hide your messages in the maintenance sermons and make them look like simple devotional notes. We need to plan our next step. There are huge problems on the research decks. The Red Sanctum has been quarantined. Note B. I received your message. By the Emperor, this is bad. Same here down here. Okay. Nobody knows where the martyr is headed, and with Uther holed up in the sanctum and his seconds in charge plotting against him, I have no idea where to turn. Note A. Uther will be our death. Think about it. He promised us immortality and glory for the Imperium. And now we have what? Those things in the Dark Zone? We must get out of here immediately. Or shall we join the others? So basically the Uther, who was in charge of the vessel, his people revolted. They mutinied against him. And the crew is trying to figure out how to get out of this alive, basically. Like, how dare you shoot me with your pea shooter?
I have found a corpse of an Imperial soldier.
Scum.
I'll take his data slate. It could contain a recording that could shed some light on what happened here.
Oh yes, it could. Yeah, he didn't stand much of a chance at all against that. That is what's called a hell brute. No. You're still alive. Oh, wow. Shocking. Yay, health. So this is your, basically like a healing potion. The inoculator heals you. Oh, sorry.
I found the body of a fallen Adeptus Astartes.
Space Marine.
What? Did you just say that there was a dead space marine down there?
Yes.
He must have been a member of that unlucky Imperial reconnaissance team I found.
Allow me to clarify that. You only found pieces of them. So it'll be just you against something
Semantics.
that tore apart one of the mightiest champions of the Imperium.
Don't jump to conclusions just yet, Captain. It could easily be more than one creature.
Pure arrogance. Okay. Oh, these things are really annoying. But you can kind of render them useless with a shield. Because your ability that's hotbind to number 1 gives you like an invulnerability shield for a brief second. And you can use that to time, if you time it correctly, to avoid any and all
Come
damage
at me, creatures.
from them.
Come at me.
Come at me, creatures, foul scum of Nurgle. Come, little Nurglings. Farewell. Ooh. Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
Team Sigma, this is Chaos Thorn speaking. Team Sigma, come in.
I'm afraid Team Sigma won't be responding anytime soon.
No, they're dead.
What? Who are you, and what are you doing there? Taking a stroll on the decks? By the Emperor!
Mind your manners. I am an Inquisitor, and I don't tolerate...
An Inquisitor? About bloody time. I thought your lot had followed Lord Klosterheim into the Dark Zone. Listen, we're under heavy attack in the control room, so I'd appreciate it if you could join us while we deliver the Emperor's will until our most triumphant death. Thorn out.
Right.
New log entry. I established connection with someone from an Imperial expedition on the ship, but he's clearly confusing me with someone else.
Specifically, Lord Klosterheim. Alright, so we just finished really the first mission in the game. Get your rank points, your EXP points, the items you picked up, and then you get, after each level, you get a pack of goodies. A bunch of great swords, not too much. So you see, okay, so I leveled up. I unlocked the chain sword, which is a chainsaw sword, and I got a skill point. So here you can see shotgun versus weaponry. Take that great sword. Big, huge weapon that you couldn't actually wield ever. Grab that. Grab that. And come skills. So here's skill trees. So you get like 1 skill point per level. I know, very annoying. But you have various skill trees. I haven't unlocked them all. Just these two. This one you can only unlock by reaching rank 13 with each character. You can't permanently unlock it for all your characters. And then I just haven't done enough heroic deeds. So we're going melee, so obviously close combat's not a bad idea. To increase our melee damage. And physical attacks is also... let's start with physical attacks, actually. Getting effects. I just think all melee weapons do physical damage. So we'll start here. We'll go up through anatomical knowledge. Next, we get plasma pistol, personal void shields, and another skill point. But it's really... I'll probably just do like a mission at a time out of this. The missions, some of the later missions can take a really long time to complete, but we'll pick back up here in the next episode. I want to spend a little bit of time at the end of the video talking about life, so I don't want this video to go on way too long. But since the last time I recorded, life has been crazy. I got married. I went to 2 different schools, each one that was like 5 months long, and then after the second one, I got moved out to Japan, and I'm currently living out here in Japan, and I finally got desk and everything set up, my chair. As you can see, I'm kind of like in my living room. You can see like the doorway behind me. I don't have a specific recording room yet. We'll see if maybe one of the rooms in the house will turn into one. But yeah, so I'm going to try to get back to uploading videos. I'm going to keep doing Inquisitor videos. I really enjoy Warhammer 40k Inquisitor. It's pretty crazy. It's a lot of fun. Probably going to record some other things in between. Really looking forward to Outer Worlds and Cyberpunk 2077 and Borderlands 3. When those games come out, you can expect videos of those. I may do some For Honor videos of me just being absolute trash at that game, and maybe some trash videos of Mordhau because I'm garbage at that game too. But I really appreciate you guys sticking around and watching. If you would leave the video a like, comment, suggestions. I know lighting and whatnot, it's not great in here, but if you have suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Subscribe if you'd like more content, and I appreciate you guys sticking around. I'll see you guys in the next video.